The story begins with Dallas Ultio, an executioner whose name means revenge. He's driving with Iris, his best friend, while evading pursuit from the motorcycle gang Alliance, whom he recently attacked. Dallas is notorious for being a ruthless killer and executioner, but no one knows who sent him on his brutal missions. It's clear that Dallas works for a mobster who prefers to operate discreetly. 2 days ago, Dallas went alone to the motorcycle gang's base. His mission was to destroy their operations, save the illegally traded women, and dismantle the drug business. This gang also collaborates with a significant drug cartel. Upon arrival, Dallas swiftly defeated all the guards with just a helmet, then freed the captive women, although some had already died from torture. Dallas then burned down the drug factory along with the gangsters inside. Unfortunately, he was captured when gangster reinforcements arrived. The motorcycle gang leader sought help from his alliance, led by a long-haired gangster named Lars. Dallas was tortured to reveal who sent him, but he laughed because he allowed himself to be caught to eliminate them all without a trace. He quickly broke free and defeated them again, using only a helmet. Meanwhile, Detective Moore, a corrupt cop, finds a dead policeman near the motorcycle gang's place. Moore contacts U.S. Marshal Anano for information and then reaches out to an informant named Patrick Tanner, a corrupt Special Forces officer who works with Lars. Patrick suggests that the dead policeman's death may be linked to Dallas's actions, warning that catching Dallas will be difficult due to his strength and brutality. At a secluded motel, Dallas and Iris encounter a hobo who tries to extort them. Dallas is tempted to kill him, but instead gives money and tells him to leave. Later, Iris invites Dallas to her room due to the cold weather, where they share an intimate moment. Dallas refused and decided to leave. After Dallas left, Iris secretly met with a blind mobster named Blue, who is Dallas's boss and mentor. Despite being blind, Blue has strong instincts that have molded Dallas into a brutal killer since he was a teenager fresh out of juvenile prison. Over time, Dallas evolved into a terrifying executioner. During Iris's meeting with Blue to discuss Dallas's recent mission, Blue shifted the conversation to something unclear. At the end of their discussion, Blue promised Iris assistance if needed. Meanwhile, Nano was at the crime scene investigating his colleague's death. As he exited his car, a mysterious figure approached. The figure turned out to be Moore, who received a call from his FBI superior instructing him to injure Nano but not kill him. Moore complied by shooting Nano in a non-lethal area. On Dallas's journey, he received a call from Blue. His mentor expressed disappointment that Dallas's recent massacre was too obvious, risking exposure by the FBI and corrupt cops. Therefore, Dallas needs to be cautious. It's also revealed that Dallas's ex-girlfriend, Trish, has mysteriously disappeared. Dallas suspects she was kidnapped by the cartel. Meanwhile, Trish is at a tattoo parlor, waiting for Dallas's return. Back at the motel lobby, a corrupt cop approaches Dallas and asks about the guard. After getting the information, the corrupt cop shoots the guard dead. Soon after, the police superior arrives at the motel, revealing himself to be Moore. Moore brings his men to capture Dallas alive. When the corrupt cop asks Moore what to do next, Moore instead kills him. Moore then mobilizes his men to search for Dallas inside the motel. They find an old man with a beard in the shower. Soon after, Dallas emerges and challenges all of Moore's men to a fight, easily defeating them. Meanwhile, Trish manages to momentarily restrain Moore at gunpoint. However, Moore turns the tables and fatally shoots Trish. Enraged, Dallas knocks Moore unconscious. Late that night, Dallas buries Trish's body on a hill and ties up Moore near a junkyard. He interrogates Moore to find out who sent him. Terrified, Moore reveals that he was sent by Lars, a powerful mobster who has control over high-ranking police officers like himself. After discovering that Dallas had burned Moore alive to eliminate corrupt police, he hurried to find Lars, who resembled a thin, gangster version of John Wick. However, on the way, Dallas recalled his childhood memories where his father was killed by a motorcycle gang member wearing a helmet. This reveals that Dallas harbors a grudge against motorcycle gangs, particularly because Lars is closely associated with the gang that Dallas had previously slaughtered. Therefore, Dallas immediately contacted Blue and asked for his help to locate Lars's whereabouts. Meanwhile, Anano had just regained consciousness, albeit in a severe condition. Fortunately, he managed to get up the next day. The following day, Lars met with Patrick at a restaurant to discuss Dallas, whose actions were escalating. However, in the middle of their conversation, a nano suddenly called Patrick, requesting reinforcements. This angered Patrick, feeling disturbed, especially since the call came from a police officer who wasn't cooperating with him. Lars, the gangster, immediately branded Patrick as someone who played both sides, accusing him of siding with opposing parties. Meanwhile, Dallas received a video message from Lars. In the video, Dallas saw his former lover Iris being strangled and raped by Lars. This enraged Dallas, fueling his desire to kill Lars immediately. However, the video was actually a ploy. Iris was forced to participate because Lars held her daughter hostage. She had no choice but to comply with Lars' orders, including wearing provocative clothing to appear as Lars' wife. Lars' plan was to provoke Dallas into coming to his headquarters. If Dallas was provoked, Lars would release Iris and her daughter as planned. To prepare for confronting Lars, Dallas went to acquire a weapon using an online taxi. Unexpectedly, the taxi driver had prior dealings with Lars and had lost a hand due to gang-related issues. Upon arriving at his destination, Dallas encountered Patrick, who was there intentionally. The taxi driver had contacted Lars after trapping Dallas, enticed by the reward money offered by Patrick. Patrick then summoned several of Lars' men to eliminate Dallas. Before they could act, one of them killed the taxi driver to erase any evidence. In response, Dallas swiftly dispatched all the gangsters. As Dallas was overcoming the gangsters, Patrick struck him from behind, causing Dallas to lose consciousness. Patrick then transported Dallas to Lars' location. A nano called Lars again, requesting that Patrick deliver Dallas once the transfer was complete. Patrick, fearing retribution from Lars, ignored a nano, knowing that a nano could track his location through the phone. Upon arriving at Lars' place, Patrick handed over Dallas. When Dallas regained consciousness, he found himself facing a gun, with Lars' voice echoing through the speakers. Lars demanded to know who sent Dallas to eliminate the motorcycle gang members. Dallas asserted that he always worked alone. Unsatisfied with Dallas' response, Lars ordered him to kill the tied-up man who appeared to be Patrick. Dallas refused, suspecting that the man was not Patrick. After the man's hood was removed, it was revealed that he was an innocent person kidnapped by Lars. Despite the danger, Dallas managed to infiltrate Lars' location. Dallas, attempting to locate Iris, was suddenly struck from behind, rendering him unconscious. When he regained consciousness, he found himself in a room with Patrick, who was also imprisoned by Lars, possibly as punishment for his double allegiance. Lars then instructed his executioner to interrogate Dallas in a torture chamber. The executioner injected a poisonous substance into Dallas' body, but it had no effect. Resorting to electrocution, the executioner demanded to know who had ordered Dallas to target motorcycle gangs and drug factories. Instead of complying, Dallas asked to be electrocuted again. Despite enduring this torture, Dallas did not provide the desired answers. Frustrated, the executioner returned Dallas to his cage. While in the cage, Patrick mentioned Iris' name, which angered Dallas because Patrick had never spoken of her before. Sensing that Patrick might know Iris' whereabouts, Dallas pretended to strangle him, creating a disturbance to attract the guards. When a guard intervened, Dallas swiftly dispatched him, seizing the opportunity to escape the cell. With no other choice, Dallas decided to collaborate with Patrick, despite Patrick's limited abilities. Together, they planned to eliminate the gangsters and navigate the perilous situation. On the flip side, Lars grew increasingly concerned upon seeing Dallas free from captivity. Iris mentioned that Dallas could easily kill Lars due to his extreme brutality, which far surpassed Lars. Enraged, Lars mobilized his troops to confront Dallas, but they proved no match for him. Patrick, however, was ineffective in combat, posing a burden to the team despite his special forces background. Meanwhile, a nano and his partner located Lars' hideout and called for special forces backup to raid the location, aiming to capture all criminals, including Dallas and Patrick. At Lars' place, Dallas faced twin guards who challenged him to a hand-to-hand duel. Dallas swiftly defeated them, further unsettling Lars. Iris persuaded Lars to release her daughter and then fled. A nano's team arrived at Lars' gate, prompting Lars to retreat. Dallas and Patrick eventually entered Lars' room, where Dallas reunited with Iris. Suddenly, Patrick, feeling betrayed by Lars' escape, blindly stabbed Dallas. Iris swiftly retaliated by slashing Patrick's neck. Meanwhile, Lars released Iris' child and escaped through the back lane. Dallas was surprised to learn that Iris had a teenage daughter and questioned if the child was his. Instead of answering, Iris kissed Dallas. Shortly after, Iris' daughter appeared and hugged her mother. A nano secured Iris and her child, promising Dallas they would be taken care of by the police. In his injured and cornered state, Dallas surrendered to a nano, who revealed he was allied with Dallas' big boss, Vonner. Vonner convinced Dallas to collaborate with the nano to capture Lars, emphasizing that the killer of Dallas' father was still at large. In the end, Vonner conversed with an older mobster, whose identity remained mysterious. This older figure, respected by Vonner, emphasized the need to control Dallas to prevent him from turning against them. Vonner planned to use Iris to motivate and control Dallas. As for Lars, the old mobster revealed he had already dealt with him, keeping Lars' head in the refrigerator. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Take care.